Hey everyone, Brian Albert from IGN here with Justin Davis.
Yep.
Hello, we're ranking every single Halo map.
Every single multiplayer map.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is Sword Base from Halo Reach. I think of all the ones that people get upset about, that this might be the one that's a little contentious.
Are they mad that they're going to be mad it's not higher? I don't know what is.
I think
like
they
the
will be
Halo
mad that it's not
zeitgeist.
higher.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of mad it's not higher because first of all, I think I like Halo Reach more than most people at IGN to begin with. And I especially liked its multiplayer engine. I thought it was really interesting and cool.
Yeah, I like it. I liked it the least of the Halos, but I still liked it. But now that I'm back in here,
Yeah.
I'm remembering so many good times that I'm like, oh, please, like, why isn't this in Master Chief Collection?
Yeah, Sword Base is a divisive map. It's got really interesting lines of sight. You know, if you go up into the sniper perch, like
Up in here?
yeah, if you go up here, like you obviously have domain over almost every single map, but like kind of not really. Like you can't get all the way to the right. Like
Yeah,
you really have to peek out there, and you're
Yeah, it's not
exposed.
working.
You'll never see what's coming up behind you. Like
Yeah,
you don't
if you
really
wanna-
have a lot of escape.
If you want to switch, basically what this map is like one walled off compound
Yeah.
and another one with like this big separating trench, right?
Yep.
And if you wanted to get from like one area of safety to the other, you kind of have to cross these.
I
these
remember,
bridges.
like, once I learned this map and understood how it fit together, I was on board. But it is not, like, a newbie-friendly map at all, because you would never figure out, like, okay, if you see a dude right there, like, here, go back and look up. Like, if you see a person there, like, how do you get there?
Right, you're like,
it's-
oh, do I go down here?
It's really, really
Do I-
confusing. So the flow of it in that sense is challenging. But this game did a lot of interesting stuff, and what I liked about Sword Base is that it definitely has its own identity. Like no other map, in my opinion, plays exactly like this or flows
Reach
exactly
or
like
overall?
this. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't say overall. There's no map in Halo
Right.
that feels like this, but it is like being able to see people through the glass, but not reach
not
them,
get
so
that.
you know where they are. Like that's an interesting.
It is neat. It's like a
characteristic of
weird
it.
like target acquisition thing. Like you see one, but then you're like, how
Yeah.
do I pursue? How do I stay safe?
And I always thought it was really interesting that if you wanted to get over there, like you had to book it. That's why you took jetpack.
So
But when
that's
I
one of
played
the
this
reasons.
map, I always took sprint.
Interesting.
Because I had to book it across these, catwalks as fast as I
When
could.
we were deciding where this map would go, we decided to put it kind of low at 80.
Yeah.
Because I felt like you need a jetpack. Like it's
Yeah.
not a optional thing. Like okay,
That's
I can
true.
get here with a jetpack now because I have it. Otherwise, you have to go. Okay, wait, up there is it like?
It's got this map again. Like I would personally rank it higher, but if someone says they don't like it, I understand. But it does a lot of smart stuff. It's got a lot of the smart Halo stuff, like really playing to the strengths of how your character moves. Like there's a lot of jumps you can make. I don't know. Can you make any from this ramp? No, because you're too low. But like turn around.
Where
You
down
can
here?
face here, so you can jump from like that platform to your right down onto the lower platform, like.
Yeah, you can jump down here.
But you can so there's a lot of interesting traversal stuff you can do to get around the map in interesting ways. That like they're jumps that you can just barely make, and like which is always a characteristic of a Halo map that's kind of well thought out.
Right, like we were
You can
playing some lockout earlier.
Turn back around. I really like that piece of cover right there. Like
This?
you can no outside,
outside.
right there. Turn nope. Damn it, Brian.
I'm ruining everything.
Right there. Go straight ahead to your left.
Straight ahead to my left.
Right there. Right there. Right here.
Where? Here.
This. You're in it.
What
in
am
the
I?
cover?
I'm in it.
Give me the controller.
Do this. It's
No,
inverted.
just this.
Oh, okay. That's up. That's like
Up?
above me.
No, like you were in it. Anyway.
All right.
Like there's interesting stuff like I don't know, I just remember lots of really interesting battle rifle fights on this map.
Yeah, because like height variation is almost
Yep.
always going to be part of the fight.
And so like you can even you can poke at people that are in here and then they'll duck inside the elevator room.
Yeah, but then like a few seconds later they might be on the other side of the map, like
Yep.
just because of one of these bridges. It's neat. It feels like you really need to keep an eye on someone if you want to
Yeah.
like follow and pursue them or kill them.
Well,
Especially
and that's what I mean about this map having a unique identity. Like, in my opinion, I don't recall any maps that played like this. Like, people could truly come from any direction, it felt like. But I don't want to be too, like, high on it. I like that you could only get up there, through kind of shenanigans. There was no other way to get right in this spot.
it's
But
not breaking.
the map did have problems. Like, the flow wasn't as good as it could have been. Like people would tend to congregate around a few rooms. That one we were in a minute ago with the lift.
Yep, that was a key point.
And
Any lifts are very campable.
if you were playing Team Slayer, it became really easy to dominate. And I guess that's kind of Halo in general. But if you managed to get the sword and get the power weapons, you could just lock it down, and it was almost impossible to break through. There wasn't quite enough egress and ingress ways to get into different
I remember
spots
a lot of combat right around here.
This is a really interesting spot too. I really like that you can jump above and sort of get up there and then, you know, have the drop on people. And it's another case of like you can see someone's there. Like if you're there's a lot of tense moments where someone will be above me or below me on those steps. And you can't quite get to each other, and who's gonna, you know, it's kind of this cat and mouse.
Yeah, I remember this room specifically. Yep. A lot of campers right here. But see, you got the jetpack, and you just go right up here. You don't have to go up the stairs.
That's true. Yeah, maybe
it seems like you need the jetpack. Maybe that's why you lost so much.
It's interesting in that I would categorize this map mostly as sort of mid to long range because that's how I remember. You know, you're always shooting across this corridor, across this trench. A lot of this right here.
Oh, this weapon feels nice.
There is. Oh yeah, it's really good. But there is a lot of like blind corners, and I remember just, you know, shotguns to the face all the time if someone, you know, used their radar properly and understood what level someone was on. A lot of swords to the face and a lot of shotguns to the face on this map as well. So
yeah, because you kind of prepare for like a mid to long range firefight mentality, but then you have to go through here, and a sword guy will just be right in this corner.
Yep. Yeah. So we would, you know, we put this map 80th on our rankings, and Justin Davis's personal rankings would be a little bit higher. But what we were saying before we started to record was that Halo. Well done, Brian Albert.
Nice.
Halo is a little bit like pizza, or Halo multiplayer is. Like, even when it's bad, it's still pretty good.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So this is the 80th ranked map, and I would still say it's good. Like, I would say it's not great. It's not a classic. But when Sword Base came up in map making, I'm like, yeah, it's dynamic, it's interesting. You know, it's got a whole identity that's unique to itself. Interesting lines of sight.
Whoa, we only got 5 minutes remaining.
Goodness gracious.
All right.
So this is the turning point, in my opinion, where we ranked all 110, 111, or however many. We ranked all the Halo maps, and you get to about 80th, and that's when the maps get into, like, they're all good from here on out.
From 80 on up,
yeah.
And even on down, we did the video for District from Halo 2, the last ranked map we have. So we're saying it's the worst map. You can still have some fun on that.
Sure.
But that is Sword Base from Halo Reach, number 80. Every day this week, we're going to roll out another chunk of maps, kind of culminating in the top 10 for Friday. So go ahead and go back and check those out. And for more on everything Halo, keep it right here on IGN.